Welcome back to Cliff's Corner. In this episode of Cliff's Corner, Cliff will be demonstrating how to set up a Rainfly.
Things you need. Before you can rig a Rainfly, there's some accessories, some things that you need to get the job done right. First off, I always carry 50 feet of rope. Good, heavy-duty climbing rope. That's because I prefer to rig my rain tarps off a main ridge line. Why? Because if you rig a tarp off a main ridge line, you distribute the entire stress of the tarp along one edge, rather than just at the two corners. Now obviously if you're backpacking, going super light, you're probably not going to rig off a ridge cord. You're going to go by rigging at the corners. Okay, first of all, the rope. Then there's stakes. There are tent stakes and there are 10 stakes. The question always comes up, what's best? There is no what's best. It's what's best for the ground that you're pitching on. I carry a variety of different stakes. And oh yeah, before we even look at stake types, I always carry twice as many stakes as I think my tent, for example, needs. If my tent will set up with 8 stakes, I'll carry 16. Why the extra 8? If a storm comes up, we've got to have stakes to rig those storm lines. If my tarp needs 12 stakes to rig it, I'll carry 24. Again, if a storm comes up, I want the anchor points to be able to rig right. I carry a number of different types of stakes. This is your typical rock stake. This is your Boundary Waters, Quetico canoe stake. It's very thin, it's short, it goes in between rocks very well. So if you're going in rocky country, this is an ideal stake. This is a skewer. And the skewer is somewhat bigger than the rock stake. It's designed for ground that's a little bit softer. It doesn't work quite as well between rocks, but it works pretty well in reasonably hard ground. And because it's a skewer, it has excellent holding power in medium soft ground or medium hard ground. This is a staple. 2 stakes, twice the staking power. Excellent stake for use in heavy sand, a little bit marshy conditions, soft ground. Doesn't work at all on rock. Sometimes the ground is so hard you can't get a stake in. So I always carry a few of these tri-corner aluminum U-pound-em stakes. And finally, if I'm going to be pitching on the tundra, a very soft grassy area, swamp, sand. This is called an arrow shaft stake, and that's exactly what it is. It's simply an aluminum arrow shaft with a little thing on the end so it makes into a stake. And this thing will go deep into the ground. And sometimes you're going to use that entire stake. Admittedly, some of the techniques you've seen in this video clash with accepted ways. Good. Old ideas. Bad old ideas die hard. Remember that when your camping friends question your new ways. The bottom line is that these methods work everywhere, anywhere, every time. I guarantee it. May the wind be at your back as you explore new places, and may you care enough to preserve the wild and wilderness for all who follow.
Thank you for watching Cliff's Corner. If you would like to see more content by Cliff, please subscribe to my channel. If you would like to purchase the Forgotten Skills video, go to Cliff's website, cliffcanoe.com. Or scan this QR code to go directly to Cliff's site. I want to thank Dan Nestor for permission to use his music. Stay tuned for more episodes from Cliff as he shares his tips to help make your camping experience more enjoyable.